Namaste to everyone. Today we are going to have the discussion on Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is a broad subject matter that deals with the philosophy. But how a person belonging to anthropology subject can talk on this issue, you may be thinking. Philosophy is a branch of anthropology. Anthropology, in a nutshell, is the mother of all disciplines: sociology, political science, economics, natural sciences, and all biological and chemical sciences comes under the broad category of anthropology. So, anthropology, if we can define, anthropology is the science of study of man in time and space. So, there is no end for anthropology. It starts with the origin and ends. There is no end for it, and it continues along with the human evolution. That is the importance of anthropology. So, I made up my mind. Let us make an attempt to discuss on Sanatana Dharma. I have put up more than 40 years of teaching experience and research in various societies. I had the opportunity to do research among the People of India project. As a coordinator of People of India project, I have done research more than 65 communities in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry regions. And also, I had the opportunity to work for the Man in Search of Man series developed by myself to do research document films on all the vulnerable tribes of India. I have traveled widely entire India, including Andaman Islands and Lakshadweep Islands. It took for me 30 years to complete this project. Under these projects, I have wide experience for a period of 40 years. I have come across almost all the societies that exist in India. My research experience among the different societies, not only in India but even the global wise, shows that Sanatana Dharma has developed over a period of time in different societies, especially in the transformation of economy and biological growth. Yes, we can divide human societies into different categories. Apart from the primates and chimpanzee, gorilla, and other species. The first one is food gathering societies. The best example is Chol Naikans of Kerala. They are also called as cavemen of Kerala. They have a different way of Sanatana Dharma. So these things which we will be discussing in depth in the coming classes. Among the food gatherers, the best examples is also Shompenes of Great Nicobar Island and Jarwas of Andaman Islands. The second one is food gathering and hunting societies. Food gathering societies or the best examples are Chenchus of Nallamalai forest in Andhra Pradesh, Koravas of Jharkhand region, both used to follow food gathering and hunting societies. The way of Sanatana Dharma they are observing is different. And the third one is fishing and food gathering and hunting societies. We have the good number of societies exist in India. Entire coastal India, we have the fishing societies. For example, the Sembedavan Pattanavan of Tamil Nadu and Besta of Andhra Pradesh are the best examples for these studies. And also, the Great Andamanese tribe living in Strait Island is also best examples for fishing societies. These societies are having different type of Sanatana Dharma. They follow differently. So, if you look into these aspects of Sanatana Dharma, each society is having its own Sanatana Dharma. Knowingly, unknowingly, they are following. Then we come for the horticultural societies. The best examples are the horticultural societies are the Kotas of Nilgiri Hills and Mali of Andhra Pradesh. Then artisan societies. One of the best examples are the tribes inhabiting in Netrahat region of Jharkhand. They are the Asuru tribe and Birjia tribe. These tribes are play an important role in the evolution of the mankind. Asur is the first human societies who invented iron and given to us. They have developed the concept of melting the iron and making the weapons. So here the Sanatana Dharma has changed its characteristics from food gathering, hunting, fishing, horticultural societies. They had different type of Sanatana Dharma, way of worshipping. When artisan communities came into existence, the Sanatana Dharma has changed to a greater extent. Then we have the pastoral societies who is having domestication of animals as a major occupation. The best examples, Todas of Nilgiris. They have the dairy and major occupation is domestication of buffaloes and they are pure vegetarians. So here we can find the Sanatana Dharma differently. Then we have the shifting cultivation societies. Shifting cultivation societies, most of them are inhabiting in central and north India present day also. They slash and burn the forest selected regions and they sow these seeds and grow the seed. Most of these shifting cultivators depending on the nature. So they have the nature worship more of comparatively other societies. So nature worship, we can say, became dominant during the period of when the shifting cultivation has started. Then nomadic societies. Nomadic societies, in search of food from place to place, they will be moving. We have very good number of human societies in India. For example, the Budubukkala, those who have the occupation of sod telling, all these people have their own occupation. And also, one of the best example is Birhor tribe is one of the best example for the nomadism. They are inhabiting in Orissa, Madhya Pradesh and Bihar regions. They will be moving from one place to another place in search of the food, having their temporary huts. That we have the agricultural societies. We know very well the agricultural societies are all over India is majorly based on agriculture societies. Even now, 70% of the population is living on the agriculture. So, most of the societies inhabiting in India comes under this category of agricultural societies. So, agricultural societies having different kind of Sanatana Dharma. Then we have industrial and urban exposed societies, that is, industrial societies and urban exposed societies. We have good number of human societies exist in this classification. The industrial societies are, we can say, the Jain Kuruba of Nilgiri Hills and Birjia, Pania, and Bihar. Good number of tribals are industrially exposed populations. And we have the refugees societies. Refugees because of the destruction of the forest, deforestation, we can say, expansion of the industrial corridors into the tribal areas, they became refugees and inhabiting different industrial corridors. They are mainly the Savara, Birjia, and a lot of tribes in Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. We have the populations belonging to these societies. Their way of Sanatana Dharma has changed to a great extent. Was they were in the original habitation was different. Present day they are observing different Sanatana Dharma because of the impact of the environment, especially the, we can say, anthropologically, acculturation, enculturation, and Sanskritization played a vital role to change their Sanatana Dharma. Then we have the Naxal and insurgent affected societies. It is a very important one. Acculturation has started with the impact of Naxals and insurgent groups. These activities by these Naxals and insurgent groups brought several changes not only in the livelihoods of these human societies but also the way of life they are living, which also had played a very important role on the Sanatana Dharma they are observing. Then, universal societies is a well known, now it is a global village. We are moving one place to another place, one continent to another continent. I think everyone knows how the economy and people's thinking also changing at a faster rate. The people who are migrating from one place to another place, they are slowly forgetting about their traditional way of life and traditional way of religion and observations. Now, for a better understanding, I have classified the human societies into these categories. Each categories, each society we will be discussing separately. For development of these societies, it took a millions of years. I think we have the evolutionary thinkers mentions that for the development of the Homo sapiens for this stage, it took 4 million years. So, we are talking about food gathering, hunting, fishing, and artisan, horticulture, and shifting cultivation and agriculture, industrial, and different societies. But these societies evolved over a period of time, not at a stage all the societies came into existence. So Sanatana Dharma has started with the primate level also. Every human being, every living thing is following their Sanatana Dharma. You can say, even I have observed, the ants also follow the Sanatana Dharma. The apes, the monkeys, the chimpanzees, the gorillas have their own Sanatana Dharma in their own way. So Sanatana Dharma is existing according to the existence of the nature and living things. Knowingly or unknowingly, every living being is observing Sanatana Dharma. In the next classes, we are going to discuss in detail about each society what kind of Sanatana Dharma is observing. It is not that much easy Sanatana Dharma to eliminate or to take away from the human societies. It goes along with the death of an individual only. That Sanatana Dharma, what he is observing. So these are the different societies exist present today. To exist to present level for us, it took millions of years. So it is an evolutionary way of developing the economy. According to the substance of economic development, the society is also transmitted, that is changed over a period of time according to the change of economic status, and also the religious and other concepts also developed along with the economy and social change. Apart from socio-cultural and economic factors which has influenced the development of Sanatana Dharma, the biological and physical characters of human populations also responsible for bringing the Sanatana Dharma. The growth of cranial capacity, that is brain size, has increased over a period of time. From Australopithecus to Homo sapiens to develop the brain, it took more than 4 million years. Along with the development of the cranial capacity, the thinking power of man has also changed. From Australopithecus to Homo sapiens, the cranial capacity has increased. From Australopithecus it was 440 cc. Parthenopaus it is 519. Homo habilis 640 cc. Homo erectus it is 930 cc. And Homo erectus pecking man is 1029. And present day Homo sapiens 1350 cc. So the cranial capacity also has played a vital role. That thinking capacity has increased. Man has invented the fire, bow and arrow for hunting, and thinking of different levels has increased, and the religious way of life also increased over a period of time. The man who started worshipping the nature has developed from Homo erectus stage. So if you look into these aspects, that physical and mental growth also responsible for Sanatana Dharma development. I am also proposing to discuss the evolution of Sanatana Dharma based on the biological characteristics, that is human genome. How we have evolved from food gathering societies to present day industrial and information technology societies. Over a period of time, how biologically we have changed based on the genome sequencing, mutations, and biological characteristics change. Along with the migration of the population from one place to another place brought several changes in biological characteristics through mutations, which brought several changes in human population and thinking of different ways. This has led to the development of Sanatana Dharma. We are going to discuss all these aspects in the coming lessons independently or separately, how evolution is also responsible for Sanatana Dharma development and different levels of thinking in different societies and different Sanatana Dharmas existing in various food gathering, hunting, fishing, pastoral and agriculture, information, and societies. As an anthropologist, I feel myself to put before you how the Sanatana Dharma that existed at the stage of beginning or the origin of the man, that is from the Bushmen of Africa, that we are going to see in the coming series, and how it has been developed, how the societies moved from one continent to another continent, and how the societies formed, and how unknowingly the concept of Sanatana Dharma has developed in these human populations from primates to present day. That is which we are going to discuss on each lesson separately. That is, it is an anthropological approach, a scientific approach for the understanding of Sanatana Dharma. I am not going into the biased way of thinking or the presumed way of thinking and imposing my mind of thinking to you people. It is theoretically based scientific explanations. I am going to give you the data how Sanatana Dharma has developed. People may be talking on many things on Sanatana Dharma, but Sanatana Dharma is a universal concept. Sanatana Dharma is evolved from the nature. It is not by Hinduism or Islam or Jainism, Buddhism or Christianity or any other religion. It encompasses all the religions. That means, there is no religion, there is no individual, there is no society exist without following Sanatana Dharma. That is the greatness of the Sanatana Dharma. Now, let us look into each aspects of Sanatana Dharma. First, we will be defining Sanatana Dharma. What is Sanatana Dharma? How we can define, and what is the components involved in Sanatana and Dharma. What is Dharma? What is Sanatana? To what extent different societies observing Sanatana Dharma. That is the main concept of these lectures. The series of lectures going to be delivered in coming few months. I hope you will like this lecture. It is a new one. I am not belong to any mutt or any concept of thinking of religious mind. I am an anthropologist. I equally respect all religions. I visit Hindu temples, I visit masjid, I used to visit churches, and I follow all the religions. I feel myself all religions are the same, emerged from one nature, that is nature. That is the concept of my thinking. Now let us start the first lesson on Sanatana Dharma. The expression of Sanatana Dharma today is used as a synonym for Hinduism. Is it correct or not? That is a big question. Many people all over the world thinks that Sanatana Dharma is nothing but Hinduism. I feel myself as an anthropologist, it is not correct. Yes, Sanatana Dharma exists in almost all the human societies. Without Sanatana Dharma, there is no society. Unknowingly, knowingly, every human being following the Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is a nature concept. That is a nature. every act a human being is doing is associated with the Sanatana Dharma to a greater extent. There are some people who is violating the Sanatana Dharma. We are not considering them, or we are not including into this Sanatana Dharma who is not following. But they are also observing Sanatana Dharma indirectly. Everyday life they are observing. So we can say that Sanatana Dharma is an umbrella term that encompasses all religions and traditions of all ancient religions of the world. So, Sanatana Dharma is as old as mankind itself. From the origin of the man, the evolution of man, according to the evolution of the man, the concept of Sanatana Dharma has also evolved. So, if you look into the evolution, that we can able to understand clearly how Sanatana Dharma evolved from origin of the man, from primate to present day information technology people, applying scientific methods to educate the people how Sanatana Dharma has developed. Whether Sanatana Dharma is really a universal concept for all religions or it belongs to Hinduism. That is, we are going to discuss now. Now, let us define Sanatana Dharma. We can split the Sanatana Dharma into two words. That is, one is Sanatana, another is Dharma. That is, put together it will become Sanatana Dharma. What is Sanatana Dharma? Which includes eternal, everlasting, perpetual, permanent, primeval, and ancient. These are the 6 components involved in Sanatana. And these 6 components we will be discussing separately in each lesson. Then, now let us look into what is the components involved in Dharma. What is Dharma? Dharma means law, duty, righteousness, and virtue, morality, religion, and rule. These are the basic components in Dharma. These components also we are going to discuss independently how far these components are involved in various human societies. Subscribe this channel to know more about ethnic cultures of India. Namaste. Thank you very much.